for joining me today. Today I'd like to persuade to you guys how we need to increase the sexual education because many pregnant teenage mothers are experiencing health problems. Today I'd like to talk to you about how teen pregnancies are harming the mother of the child in multiple ways. This is affecting their physical and emotional health because they're having the lack of education in sex. As I just said, why is it very important? Because teenage girls are ending up pregnant and they're experiencing many health risks. This is not just affecting girls, but it's also affecting boys. Boys are either not using condoms or they don't know how to wear condoms. Because of this, it's also leading up to an increase of STDs among both boys and girls. I'd like for you to imagine yourself as a 16-year-old with your significant other. Imagine that she's pregnant and you thought you did everything right, but you didn't, and this is because you didn't have the appropriate education that you thought you had. Many kids are being irresponsible with this, and they're ending up pregnant or their significant others, which it leads to issues for the woman, which are physical and emotional health that they didn't even know they could have. Now, how do we fix this problem? Parents need to become more aware. Parents rely much on the doctors or teachers for their kids to be informed about sex or what it is, because they're trying to prevent that awkward conversation. But what they don't understand is that many kids are either not opening up to their doctors, so their doctors are not aware that they need to be told the information that kids need to learn, or many schools are just not preventing the education that kids need to learn, and if they are, it's a very minimal time and they're not really gaining any information from it because, as we all know, usually many teens do not tend to pay attention when it comes to things that make them uncomfortable. Now, a way to fix this is that if parents are becoming more aware, this can force the government to make laws to enforce sex ed classes for teenagers. How will this help? Well, kids, as I said, many of them don't really know the effects that it is causing, the types of STDs, the health risks that they could be experiencing. They don't have much information on it. So with these sex ed classes, we can prevent many problems. Also, public places can offer things such as condoms or contraceptives to make it easier for the child in case of any emergency in the contraceptives case, or to be safe from the beginning using condoms. They can make it cheaper because these things do tend to be on the pricier side, especially for teenagers who don't tend to have as much money to afford it. Or we could also make it free, offering them maybe at schools or hospitals or pharmacy places. Because teenage girls are experiencing sexual intercourse and ending up pregnant, it is causing their health to be at risk, and they didn't know what to do before this choice. Okay. Now, the pros and the cons. Well, as I was mentioning before, this will give the students a better understanding with a class, or maybe even having a trustable person that they could depend on, talk to them about this. Well, also, if more places are selling or giving condoms and contraceptives, it will make it more affordable for teenagers, and this will be less of a risk for both the teenagers and for even the parents or family members or guardians to not to worry about what their kid is doing when they're not told. Now, there are cons such as an increase in STDs and girls experiencing health problems. Many girls do not know that when they're pregnant as a teenager, this actually causes much more health issues in comparison with a normal woman. This is because since they're not fully developed, they don't really know what they could be experiencing. So this can actually cause the death in the mother or even the baby, and it can also they could also experience depression because of everything that they are losing as a young child, or even PTSD from the response of the family. So yeah, and also physically they could also experience infections or other risks in their body, and the mother show you guys a video by Alexandra. Okay, so now that you guys have read and have heard the issues that are happening, I hope that you guys now understand the risk that could happen to maybe your even future child or a family friend. This could happen to any teenager, and this is why we all want to prevent the issues that could happen. I would like for you to think to yourself that in the near future that your 16-year-old daughter is coming up crying to you that she is pregnant. You thought she knew everything she needed, but now you regret that you didn't give her the information that you thought she knew. Now you're scared that she's going to experience all these complications and risk that is now going to happen to her. So I just want you guys to know to not depend on others and take matters into your own hand. I would also like to share this quote with you from the World Health Organization, where they say that for girls in lower and middle classes, teen pregnancies are the leading cause of death for the girls of 15 to 19 and the 99% of global maternal deaths for women. So please keep that in mind, and here are all the sources used in today's presentation. Thank you. Thank you.